we lost signal apparently, and I had to end the live. So we're gonna wait and see if a few people hop in here. I wanted to make a quick announcement and let everybody know some things. So basically, I just wanted to let people know what's coming up on the channel and such. We're out in the garage getting some stuff done today, so we'll see if anybody pops in here. And if you do pop in, throw up a message and such, and I'll know everybody's here. But it's Saturday, and it's starting to warm up here in Iowa. Things are starting to thaw out just a little bit. Weather's starting to warm up some, and there's a couple of you in here. If you pop in, please throw a message down so I know who's in here, because it tells me how many are here, but it doesn't tell me who's here. Hey Eric, how you doing? Hey Whitney. Hey Ryan. Ryan, I'm going to throw you into moderator duty there, bud. I hope you don't mind. Hey, there's Buff. Buff, I'm going to click on you. Buff, you are now a moderator. There you go. Hope you don't mind. Hey, David, how you doing? Hey, Wyatt. Hey, Greg. All right. Central Kentucky in the house. Okay. Hey, Buff, what are you working on today? You staying warm down there, or is it still cold? Did it warm back up? Let me know if the feed's good. Give me a thumbs up if it's not all glitchy and stuff, or if you've got a clear picture. You will moderate in moderation. Love you, Buff. It's not going to be very long. It's not going to be very long. Gear Boy's here. David's here. Carl, man, they are flying. Hey, Massachusetts in the house. East PA in the house. How you doing, Ray? Yes, don't forget to like, please. Hit the like button down there. Alec and Sarah are here. Excellent. Good. So the feed's good. All right. So out in the shop today, just doing some catch-up stuff. Actually, a few things popped up on the Mercury Cougar, and then I'm going to get back on the Lincoln and such. But I want to make a bit of an announcement. Everybody has been asking for a long time, when are you going to do another collaboration with Dalton? When are you going to do something with him? And the thing is I've just kept saying, well, when it warms up, because it's cold in the Midwest. I mean, my place, his place. But the weather's warming up next week, and Dalton bought a couple of cars that are a little further south, so he got a hold of me and asked if I go along and help him out. So Dalton and I are going to do a collaboration later this week. I'm going to head down there Wednesday, and we're going to snag a couple cars that he bought a little further south where it's warmer. Hey Ryan just gifted a membership. Thank you very much. And so, yes, there will be a collaboration with Dalton coming up. It is going to be on his channel, which is fine. But you guys kept asking, when are we going to do something again? And I wanted to let you know it's coming up this week. Now, it'll probably be a couple weeks before editing and all that stuff. But that's the announcement. Other than that, I just kind of wanted to know what you guys were up to and let you know that we're out to get some things done. I think Buff's in his shop working away. If you haven't been over to Buff's Garage and checked out what he's been doing, he's doing some pretty cool stuff on the Volare that they drove back from Arizona. And yeah, actually, it came out of Nevada, didn't it? I guess technically. Anyway, out west, they bought it and drove that thing home. I'm absolutely surprised it made it back. So is he, but it did, and he's doing some pretty cool stuff on it. So check that out over on Buff's Garage. Hey, Power Toys, how you doing? I'm doing great, Chris. Got over the cold finally. I'm not hacking up some stuff every day, and working out really good. Did I hear about, somebody just said something. Yes, Chad, did you hear about the Pontiacs from Junkyard? Yeah, I heard about those. Yeah, Dalton was telling me about it. Yeah, they got quite a group there. Chris just gifted a membership. Thank you very much, Chris. That was awesome of you. Awesome of you. Okay. Get rid of Mr. Edited, somebody. So go ahead and throw up any questions you got. I'm going to hang on for just a few minutes with you guys. It's not going to be a really long live. I just wanted to let everybody know that a collaboration is coming, because everybody keeps asking and asking and asking for it. So up next on the channel is the last episode on the Lincoln Continental. And then we'll be doing an episode on Duke, the 63 Dodge D100. If you have not seen the video on that, go over to Pole Barn Garage, check out the video from a few months ago where we revived it at Dalton's and then drove it home. And I tell you what, that was a fun video. So we're going to do some updates on Duke. Brandon, excellent. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I did get your information, the contact information for your shop. Thank you very much for forwarding that. And I do appreciate you ordering the shirt. Speaking of which, theinevitablejim.com. That's where you can get a shirt or a hat like this one. We also have stickers and such. But Duke's coming up. I do have a cool. I got another video coming up that I haven't told you about. I'm going to keep it a secret, but let's just say Dalton will be proud. There were no self-tappers hurt during the making of that video, but many were used. So that's coming up. It's going to be a fun one, a funny one. Kind of just sprung up. So yes, I did see the picture at Travel Power Boys, or Power Toys. The problem is right now going that far in the wintertime, and plus it was a little spendy, I think, for what it's going to need for work, but it is a nice solid car. If anybody likes would like a nice travel, kind of like what Buff just did, but a nice, more solid one. Nothing against Buffs, but this is a pretty solid one. Hit up Power Toys there. He has a link for a pretty nice one that's been sitting. I just don't have room to. I've got vehicles lined up like, okay, so inside here I have just, well, the last three project cars are still in here. The Grand Safari wagon, the Cougar, the Lincoln, and I have the 78 LTD wagon outside, Duke's inside here, the International's inside here that's coming up. So yeah, if you guys want a nice travel, Power Toys has the hook up. We be watching Saturday's coverage of Barrett Jackson for all. I'm going to try to watch some of that. I got my son and his fiance coming over for dinner, but I will try to watch a little bit of that. Whitney loves surprises. Well, if you like backyard butchery, you know, I know you guys haven't seen a lot of backyard butchery on my channel, and you're going to see some from time to time. That video will be your first opportunity. I'm actually going to paint-ish a vehicle. You'll just have to wait and see. It's going to be a hoot. So we're about halfway through on it. Yes, I am staying warm. Redneck Rebuilds. The temperature is coming up. The wind actually has died down here in Iowa. On the last live I did, you could hear it howling past the windows even. So, inevitable collaboration with PBG are fun. Yeah, Base, I'm going to tell you right now. Dawn and I love to do stuff together. I've just been kind of dragging my feet on saying anything just because it's cold in the Midwest. We do stuff when it's warmer, but since he bought some vehicles down a little further south, I'm going to go along and help out with that. Hello. How's the weather in Virginia? You guys were buried in snow for a while. Did you get rid of that? Buff has gone dark. He must be elbows deep in the Volare. So, but yeah, there are a lot of snow hit you guys out on the East Coast. Hope you guys are doing good. Hey, Carl, how you doing? All the car tubers are hating the snow right now. Well, it's. I don't mind the snow. It's just the cold. The cold is what I just don't like the cold. It just stinks, you know. Sorry, Jay from Irish Outlaw Garage was just messaging me. Hopefully he hops on so I can say hi to him. It's 42 right now, not bad. Loved the RX-7 work. I didn't do any XR7, the Cougar XR7. Yes, thank you. In fact, I'm actually working on it, Wrenches Motion. I'm actually working on it today. It's right there. So every time I move the camera, it gets jumpy, but it's right there. The alternator light came on, so for some reason it's not charging, so I'm getting ready to test the voltage regulator. Might have to throw an alternator on it. I don't know. That New Yorker I sent was mint, but it's a long drive. Yes, it is. I did like the New Yorker, but it's a distance, yes. Are you interested in a 69 LT Country Squire wagon? 69's a little older. But send me some pictures, Nick, theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Just understand, guys, when you send me, if you send me any Facebook links and such, I really do appreciate the links you send me for cars. But what I really want to buy is I really want to buy stuff that needs revived. I want to buy stuff that's been sitting in that garage, in that barn, you know, forgotten. if somebody's already got the car and gotten it all running and driving and everything, there's not much content for me to make, and it's not really all about the content for me. That's what I enjoy doing. That's the fun part. The owning the cars is easy. Anybody can go out and buy a car and own it. I like to revive them. Hey, Pam and Dennis, how you doing? Nice to see you. You guys are still moderators, so please feel free to jump in. All right, Base. Catch you later. Take it easy. Nice to see you. So if you guys if you just popped in, please hit the like button for one. And secondly, I popped in to announce that I will be doing a collaboration with Dalton over at Pole Barn Garage. I'm heading down his way on Wednesday. I'm going to hang out with him for a few days. He bought a couple cars farther south where it is warmer. So we're going to go down. I'm going to help him with those. And then you should see that video come out on his channel in a couple weeks. I'll probably film a little bit for my channel, but it's mostly to go out and help him. So, all right. Thanks, DIY. Appreciate it. Thanks for catching the live. You know, I know sometimes it's hard, and I didn't announce this one. I just randomly did it. I took a quick break from the Cougar I'm working on. Hey, Patrick, how you doing? Nice to see you. One thing, too, is if you watch the videos, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. That's free. But make sure you're hitting the like. The algorithm likes the like button. And I don't understand why, but the last Lincoln video, it's struggling. I don't know. I thought it would be a natural hit from the first one, but yeah, it's not doing really well. So maybe if you guys can give me some ideas why, it'd be nice. But the YouTube algorithm is funny. But make sure you're hitting the like button on anything you watch. I really do. I really would appreciate it. And that just helps out the channel. Power Toys, you got to go to the World of Wheels today. I tell you what, you got a car show? You got one? Oh, car show in the winter. I thought you said you had a winter in the car show. Awesome, awesome. Did you buy anything? Yeah, that's some high dollar stuff there. I bet you they had some cool things. But thanks, Patrick. I appreciate the compliment. But as far as what I'm doing today, working on the Lincoln and the Cougar today, the alternator light came on the Cougar, so it stopped charging the battery, so I got to figure out if it's the voltage regulator or the alternator. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Nice to see you. Now, there's a guy that sends me a lot of Facebook links. I do appreciate him, Daryl. I check them all out. But, guys, I really am looking for those ones that need revived, that have been sitting in the barn, the garage, forgotten. And I like stuff that's original stock, not stuff that's been all modified. You know, stuff like you've seen on my channel, the Cougar, the Lincoln, and the Grand Safari wagon. That's what I'm looking for, that kind of stuff. Eric's going to the World of Wheels tomorrow. Okay. So hit up Power Toys, Eric. He'll tell you which nice ones were. The ADHD mentality of today, which causes the weird view counts. I would agree with you, Jay High. I guess I'm kind of weird. When I watch a YouTube video, I pretty much watch the whole thing. I sit down if it's a video I want to see, I sit down and watch the whole thing. Unless it's just something I'm looking for a little bit of information. But if it's a video on a channel I follow or somebody I like, I watch the whole thing. I guess I'm weird that way. But apparently people don't watch the whole thing. They like to hop through it and skip through it. But I don't know. Power Toys, maybe a double video on the same car back to back is not the way to go. Space it out for a few different videos. Well, the issue is, if you don't, everybody thinks, well, what happened to that car? What happened to that car? What happened to that car? And I get it. And also, once it's on the lift, I like to finish it. So I don't know. We'll have to see. Hey, Fellowship of Cars, how you doing? Yeah, I see you scored that Bel Air. You traded the van for it. That was good news. Good news. Send me some pictures. Hey, theinevitablejim@gmail.com. Send me some pictures of that Bel Air. Okay. Hey, yes, Daryl. Tell Sarah hello. Hey, Carl, thank you very much for the gift, man. That's nice. I don't ask for them, but I'm not going to turn them down. Feel free to send money, support the channel, buy parts. Because guys, I'm going to tell you, this isn't cheap to do. I mean, and I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I've been doing this hobby for, oh geez, 30 plus years. And I just, like Dalton told me eventually, you're out there doing it anyway. You might as well video it, share it with the world. It's just one of those things that it does cost a lot of money to do. Because you got to buy the cars and then wait till they sell. And actually, I've been buying cars. And in the wintertime, this is kind of what happens with this revival hobby. You get them, and in the fall, you have a few, but then you do them over the winter. But you don't sell them till spring usually here in the Midwest where we have winter. Because right now, people aren't thinking about a summer cruiser or something to take the cars and coffee and all that because none of that's going on right now. So here comes spring, I'll be sitting on 4 cars to sell. And then, it ebbs and flows. But yes, thank you. I want to see, please do send those pictures of the Bel Air. I'm reading the questions at the same time. Hey, Ray, how you doing? Film it all once and keep the second and third video on the back burner for a different week. That'd be easy to do, Power Toys, but I have 3 jobs. I own the automotive shop, I own the coaching company, and the government vehicle business, plus the YouTube. And when I have to travel for and such, if I filmed it all at once and then let out the first video, I mean, it'd be 3 weeks between videos. I just don't have time to sit down and do a whole car in a week. Thanks, Carl. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for the amazing content. I appreciate that comment. I've had a few people say posts, and trust me, these things don't get me down. I let it slide off my back, but they do things like, don't, be more like this, do it more like that guy, do it more like Dalton does this, or Junkyard Dig does that. Here's the thing. I'm me. Okay. And what you see on the videos is me. This is who I am. Somebody said, geez, you sound like a cheesy game show host. Well, then, hey, give me Bob Barker's money, excuse me. But no, this is just who I am. And if people like it, watch. If you don't, then it doesn't hurt my feelings. Did Dalton see the Hall of GTOs? Oh, yes. Dalton and Kevin talk all the time, Yeah, he's well aware of what's going on with that. Patrick, same-ish age, and been saving old trucks since my teens. Yeah, it's not cheap, and the parts are garbage nowadays. Yes, Patrick. That's why you got to hang on to some of them old original parts. Junkyard. But yes, Dalton and Kevin are friends. They talk at Harlan, and he knows what's up with those GTOs. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate it. All right, fellowship, go back to work. You're painting an aircraft? Is that for work or is it yours? Come on, dude. Don't tease me like that. Cowboy in the house. How you doing? Twice the fun on a Saturday with 2 gym streams. I did a members only stream a little bit ago and let them in on some stuff. But I wanted to let you guys know about the collaboration coming up with Dalton. And then I also told them more about an upcoming video that you'll just have to wait and see. Thanks, Paul. I really do appreciate it. I'm not going to be on here too long, guys, because I do have to get back to work fixing the charging system on the Cougar. And then I'm going to hop back over to the paint correction on the Lincoln. A government aircraft. All right. So what are you, just spray painting it gray? Fellowship? I'm just kidding you. Well, go back to work, fellowship, and send me those pictures of the Bel Air when you get a chance. Two Babe Jenkins in the house. Yes. He's back from Detroit, and it was cold as hell. I bet it was, because I went clear down to Tulsa last week, and it was cold. Oh, my gosh, that cold sure dipped down back when I was gone. Back here at home, it was like 13 below. Painting an F-35. Damn. I want to ride in that one. Love your video, sir. Keep being you, and can't wait to watch it. Well, thank you, Nick. I really do appreciate that. The next Lincoln video will be out late this week. It will be the part updates in the future, but it'll be the last main video on it. It was so cold here in Northwest Ohio, they called school off for 2 days. That's cold. I get it. I get it. But everybody hears this. When I was young, they just back in my day, we had to go anyway. I tell you, when I was a kid, they didn't call school for the cold unless it was like 30 below wind chill. But I know things. It's a different. If it's it's a different world today. I get it. You're very welcome, Carl. I'm glad to do the live stream. So if you guys, I'm going to open up for questions here for about 5 minutes. So if you want to know something, ask away. Otherwise, I got to get back to work. Yes, that Wagoneer is awesome that Dalton has. Yeah, if only it had a title. Well, see, I'm a dealer in Iowa, and I have access to those types of things. So I might have to talk to Dalton about that when I go down this week. He's working on painting it now. I can't wait to see it when it's done. The dude, how you doing? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm glad you enjoy the videos. If anybody's got any questions, I'm going to hang for a couple minutes for questions, and then I'm going to have to get back to work. I'm going to grab a water real quick. Be right back. All right. There we go. Ramon, what's up, bud? How you doing? All right. Ask 20 years ago. Yeah, the only reason the school closed to the plows couldn't keep up. That's what it used to be like when I was a kid. Yes. Daryl, stepdaughter going to a technical school for mechanics. Any tips I can give her? Yes, learn the basics. Wait till the real world to learn more than that. Yes, JJ came in a little late. It's all right. You're always welcome. First vehicle was 65 Wagoneer with 327 Rambler. Nice. Nice. Need more GM products. Well, I'll do any make. I'm just a Ford guy at heart, Eric, and I just haven't come across a GM. I mean, I'd buy one. Just haven't found the right one to pop up lately. I did a Corvette last summer. That was before I was doing videos, though. Thanks, Ramon. Hey, Anthony, how you doing? Whitney, where's Sandy? She's up at the house with Pam. Pam was out today with the girls and our granddaughter. They'd had a salon day, the nails, hair, all that today. It was Pam's birthday yesterday, and so she just got back a little while ago. Sandy gets bored down here in the garage with me because there's no music or anything going on in the background while I'm filming, of course. So she gets bored and wants to go up to the house after a while. Jim, are you going to be working with Junkyard Digs again soon? I've never done a collaboration with Junkyard Digs. I've been to his shop before and done some things with Dalton at Junkyard Digs. And Junkyard Digs has been there with some of that. But my collaboration with Dalton, sure, but Kevin's a busy guy. He's got a lot going on, and he's got his things. I would, like I said, I would do one, but he's pretty busy. He's pretty busy. Power Toys, favorite GM muscle car and year. Honestly, on the GM favorite muscle car, I'm gonna have to go into the '80s, the Grand Nationals. I really do like those. I think that would be my favorite. Ask me a question. What's better, the Mercury Grand Marquis or the Crown Victoria? Daryl, they're the same. The Grand Marquis is just cushier. Crown Victoria, the old joke has always been Mercury is just a Ford with lock washers. I mean, but your Grand Marquis has more of the cushy options. Your Crown Victoria is more of a basic sedan, but the drivetrains are identical and such. Now, if you're talking Crown Vic police car package, completely different animal. But if you're just talking civilian, they're pretty much the same car. I will let Pamela know. Whitney, yes. Only cars I don't like are French ones. Yeah, they are kind of weird. I'll tell you what's weird is I was down in Tulsa last week, which is why you guys got the review video this last week because I wasn't here to work on the Lincoln. But so I got to the rental place and I've got a lot of status with Hertz, so they upgraded me when I got there and they gave me a new Mercedes-Benz SUV. And I'm here to tell you, it took me 5 minutes to figure out how to put the damn thing in gear. I started up. Well, it's because the little shifter stalk was hidden right behind the bar of the steering wheel. I was looking around. I felt stupid. It took me 5 minutes to get the damn thing in gear. 69 Chevelle 396. That's a nice one, JJ. The thing is, JJ, I love those cars. I got nothing against things like that. I got nothing against Chevelles, Mustangs, all that. But I do prefer the off the beaten path cars. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Two Babes Jenkins. Yeah, Renault Le Car. Those things had like 3 lug nuts on them. That's how little power they make. Let's see. Next time, show the threading, Sonny said. Well, Sonny, honestly, I had the camera off, and I thought, well, I just wonder if I could fix it. And I didn't think to turn it back on to fix the threads on the caster, but it wasn't that hard. I just ran a tap down it, or a die actually. I ran a die. GM made the same car, thinly disguised for all its makes, through most of the 80s and 90s. Well, that's somewhat argumentative, but it is what it is. Yeah, hopefully it won't be next time. You know what, Sonny? Here's the thing. On that review video, if you guys didn't watch the review video of the 2-stage transmission jack, that's what Sonny's referring to. You know, guys, here's the thing. Mistakes happen. Nobody's perfect. Defects happen. It's just a part of it. And anymore, with the quality of stuff that we get, I mean, just about everything's made in China. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff made in America. I get it. But a lot of the cheaper equipment and stuff, the more budget-minded equipment, it's all Chinese. And you're going to have mistakes. So here's the deal. I never judge a person or a group or a company on a mistake. I don't. What I judge them on is once they're made aware of that mistake, how do they handle it? That's then when I make my judgment. Okay. And honestly, they were prepared to send me a whole new jack. And I says, you know what? I told her, I said, Maggie, I got the threads fixed. It's fine. You don't need to. But since they were willing to do that, I mean, you can't fault them. They were willing to make it right. Ramon, no, it's not quite done yet. The 78 Lincoln Continental, we'll be wrapping it up this week. Daryl, I'm just like you. I like the cars that are just not the ones you normally see. Yeah, I get it. See, and I don't want to see myself coming and going all the time. You know, like Corvettes and stuff, they're nice. I probably wouldn't own one unless it was a beater fun one. Okay, the messages are going by fast again. Yeah, Sonny, I get it. We may know how to thread it, but not everybody does. You're absolutely right. Maybe the next time I thread something, I will show it. I do appreciate that comment. Daryl, you kick yourself every day for selling that car. I get it. Everybody has that car they regret selling, I bet. That's right, JJ. Customer service is king, especially in this era. Let's face it. There's a lot of crap out there. And, you know, it's about customer service. Do they take care of it once you make them aware of a problem, whether it's an individual or company, do they stand up and say, hey, let me make it right? How can you argue that? Because none of us are perfect. You know, it wasn't Viver's fault that the threads were on that caster. I'm sure they bought it from some caster factory, and it was that company that messed it up. So the fact that they were willing to make it right, I can't diss on that. There were some people, I deleted a few of them, but there were some people making comments like, "Oh, that's junk. They shouldn't have done that. They should." I even responded to one guy, and I've deleted. He said, "Oh, you should have you shouldn't have told them you fixed it. Let them send you the second jack. Then you could have gotten 2 jacks and then fixed it." You know, I don't do things like that. That's just not ethical. I mean, it's just not ethical. I'm sorry. That's why I even deleted the whole comment, because it's like, dude, we're not going down that road. Two Babe Jenkins, extreme Corvette. You know, Corvettes are cool, but making them go fast is expensive. Ramon, second dream car, 72 Ford Maverick 4-door. I've got a 74 Mercury Comet 4-door. They are nice. Patrick, exactly. Crap happens. Good people make it right if it's possible. And that's just it, Patrick. You know, let's face it, Viver's the Harbor Freight of online. They just are. It's budget-minded tools and equipment, which means Chinese made, you know. But here in my home shop, where I need a transmission jack 4 or 5 times a year, do I need a full tilt boogie machine? No, I don't. No, Jim, just like a Baja style vet. Well, that would be a fun project. Thank you, son. I really do appreciate it. Daryl says the feed is going in and out. Is anybody else experiencing the feed cutting out? Because where I'm standing, I'm purposely standing right next to a window so that I got good cell signal, and I thought it's been doing okay. So if anybody else says the feed's cutting out, let me know. If you got good feed, just throw a thumbs up. If you don't like budget options, get one on the used market. That's exactly right, Power Toys. If you do need a high-end one, a Snap-on or a CCC or whatever brand you think you need, find a used one of them. Yeah, feed has skipped a few times. Well, I'm not sure what to do, guys. Let me try to move it up here and see if that's any better. You let me know if this is any better. I received a damaged product from Amazon. They sent me a replacement for free immediately and didn't want the bad one returned. That's right, Ray. When people are willing to do that, how can you jam on them? You know, you made them aware you had an issue, and they step up and make it right. So the people that were dissing on Aviva for that jack deal, I mean, come on. They were offering to make it right. I can't fault them. A little but not bad. You're good, Jim. Thanks, Carl. I appreciate it. Beaver even makes watchmakers tools. You know, Sonny, they make all kinds of stuff. I got to look on the website, man. They make everything. They're not just tools like Harbor Freight. They got a little bit of everything. Yeah, your feed come now just a little bit here and there. I'm sorry about that, guys. I thought it would work really, really good. Yeah, I know we need to work on the Wi-Fi. We just need to, I need to get the signal down here from the house better so that I can use Wi-Fi. Because right now you guys are on cell signal. So that's probably why it's a little glitchy. Yeah, I raised the phone up just a little higher to get close to the window. Sonny, that's your other hobby. I actually collect watches, Sonny. Um, yeah, I've got some Raymond Wiles and some nice Seikos. I prefer automatics. I do have Citizens with the Eco Drive that I use for daily, but I like mechanical watches or automatics. We needed to get a gym shop Wi-Fi GoFundMe. No, it's all right. It's just I don't need Wi-Fi out here very often, and when I do, I'll just hotspot my phone. And if there's a way to do that for these lives, I'd do it. But shit, I don't know. You got to use the Cougar as the tripod, Daryl says. Oh yeah, I love it. You got two Viver diesel heaters. They work flawlessly straight out of the box. That's pretty cool, Paul. I appreciate that. Adding that. Just need to get a mesh system. Yeah, honestly, Shannon, my brother's an IT guru. He lives about a couple hours from me, and he's offered to help me. Actually, we want to get a all-weather repeater because my house is like 200 feet from my garage. There's a lot of distance between here and there, and then when it's got to try to come through a metal building or whatever, it's difficult. But we're gonna do the outdoor repeater thing and then get set up. So, no, I do not have any Invictus watches. I'm pretty picky on my style. I like, so I don't like any of the divers look. I don't like any of those. All right. You can get a Wi-Fi booster for cheap. Yeah, I know Power Toys. My brother's offered to help me out with that. And once the weather warms up, we'll probably do that. Rolex Submariner, nice. Nice. Good one, Carl. All right. Call Elon. Okay, Whitney. If you got his number, send it on over. Yes, Sonny, Bulova is good. I have several Bulovas. In fact, Bulova now makes, Citizen came out with, what is it, the new 8 series, where they're making their own movements. I thought, because Citizen owns Bulova now, so, which I'm sure you know. Do you have any of that blue stuff barbers put their combs in? No, I do not. Um, Shannon, you know, let me know. 25 years in that business. Uh, Shannon, send me your contact information. The inevitable gym at gmail.com. I'll always take information and help because that's not my wheelhouse. I do not know that stuff. But shoot me your contact information. I'll reach out to you. Pocket watches are your thing. Yeah, I have a couple that were given to me. Um, older family ones. I don't think they're anything special, but I only have a couple. There was a guy in Detroit selling Rolodex watches on the street. Yeah, I bet they were. What about the old Bulova Octron, the tuning fork part? I do not know anything about that one. I know why you're having issues with the Cougar. It needs a big block. you just, you're just it's appealing to Richie now. Come on now. Um, I have an old Bulova I got when I was 8. Hang on to it, Whitney. Hang on to it. It's nice. Hey, XLS, how you doing? JJ says 460. Well, that's what the Continental has is a 460. Jim, question for you. What is your next project after the 78? It will be the update series on the 1963 Dodge D100 pickup truck, the one that I revived on Pole Barn Garage last summer. Man, I got out of a pasture in Kansas where it'd been sitting for 40 years. We got it running down at Dalton's, and then I drove it 300 and whatever, 80 miles home or whatever it was. And then, but we've been doing a lot of work on it since. So we're going to update everybody. Plus, we got some work to do on it now, and that will be the next project, Ramon. I'd love a 60s Cougar, much better looking than a Stang. Yes, I agree. I'd like the Cougars better than a 60s Mustang myself. Whitney, it doesn't work anymore. Whitney, get a hold of Sonny. He'll hook you up. Can't go wrong with Hamilton. Yep, I would agree, Sonny. I would agree with that. Don't have any, but I know they're nice. There's a Cuda down the street from me. Guy won't sell it, though. Off Al Burnett. Well, it'd be nice. What is a Doke? You mean Duke video? Too, babe? I don't know what Doke is. I'm assuming maybe you mean Duke. Thanks so much for letting me know how the oh yeah, it's not a problem, Daryl. I hope it's working out for you. Hope that engine size ID helped worked out for you. Yes, too, babe. Duke is coming up after the 78 Lincoln Continental. The third video on the Continental will be this week. Then the next videos will be Duke. Working on Duke. All right. Okay, Ramon. Go to Pole Barn Garage and go back. I don't know what 4 or 5 months ago, and it's 63 Dodge D100 that we got running, and it's a good video. We had a lot of fun on that. Richie helped me on it too. So really quick, I did. Wait, Power Tools. Why did you settle in the Midwest when you visit so many larger cities? Well, I go to larger cities for work, Power Toys, and I didn't settle in the Midwest. This is where I was born and raised. Got to go. Yep, not a problem, JJ. You got to go. Take it. Yeah, signal got mo better when you raised the phone. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Do you like two-stroke bikes? I mean, I like riding them. Don't know much about working on them. I don't do much with small engines. I do want to let everybody know the next Lincoln video will not have any Richie in it. It's been sub-zero weather here, and he works on a fleet of straight trucks that are all diesel, and they do not like the cold, so he has been out on service calls all hours. He has been running ragged with his work, and so he has not had time to come over, and I understand that. So work comes first. So you won't see Richie in the next video. You'll see him in the video after that. All right, Ramon says, cool, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen the original video on Duke, go over to Pole Barn Garage and watch it. It was a hoot. It was an absolute hoot. You'll be laughing 2 minutes in. Yep, Daryl once the weather gets warm. All right, guys, if you don't have any more questions, I got to get going. I got to jump back on the Cougar here and get the charging system fixed. Like I said, the alternator light decided to come on, so I'm getting ready to test the voltage regulator and the alternator. I'm actually going to film the test, show you guys what that is on an update video someday. No, Richie, I've got a good mind to unsubscribe. Oh, come on, Paul. Really? You too, babe. Take care. What is life like out there? I've never been out west. Been to the East Coast. Seems like a different world out there. Um, it's different in the Midwest. People are people, and a handshake means something. So, all right, guys, have a great one, and we'll see you on the next video. And like I said, I just wanted to let you know that everybody's been asking when you're going to do another one with Dalton. This week, we're going to be getting together this week and doing a video together, which will be on his channel out in a couple weeks. And yeah, enjoy. Everybody have a great weekend.